I am Katie from the blog Hearts Content Farmhouse, and today I want to talk about how you can learn to cook from scratch every night without going crazy. So we all know that cooking from scratch is one of the biggest things you can do to save money, improve your family's health, all these sorts of things. But the problem with it is that it's actually really hard to do that night after night after night. Cook your meals from scratch. So before I get started, I want to say that this isn't something I do every night. We normally, I would say at least twice a month, go out to eat or get takeout. So I don't cook from scratch every single night, but there have been seasons of my life when I have done it. And I just want to share some tips about that so that if you are in a spot right now where you want to or you have to, this is how you can do it without driving yourself nuts. First thing, the biggest thing that will get you cooking more is to plan your meals. This can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. You could have a big calendar, you could do it in some type of weird spreadsheet system, or you could do it on a napkin at the beginning of every week. But at least on a weekly basis, you need to know what you are making for dinner that week. Even if you don't say, Monday I'm making pasta, Tuesday I'm making whatever. At the beginning of every week, have 7 meals that you can make and have the ingredients for them. So sometimes I like to just have like 4 weekly menus that I rotate through. That keeps it easier for me. I also like to have master lists where I have like a list of slow cooker recipes that I know we like and I pick from those. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. If you like to do this monthly, that's even better. But at least once a week, sit down, write out 7 meals, and then when you wake up in the morning, before it gets to about 10 o'clock, make sure you know what you're making that specific day. Make sure you have enough time to do it. Make sure you have the ingredients you need, because if 4 o'clock rolls around and you still don't know what you're making, you have really set yourself up for failure. Just a little bit of planning ahead of time will save you a lot of heartache in the long run. The thing is to think about, what does cooking from scratch really mean? Does that mean that every night you are making a roast chicken and green beans and homemade rolls and a pie? No, it doesn't mean that. Cooking from scratch can mean a lot of different things. It can mean you're having scrambled eggs and bacon and toast. That is cooking from scratch. It can mean you're having a salad. It could mean you're having a sandwich. That all is cooking from scratch. So don't get into your mind that it has to be this super complicated thing. Remember that simple meals count. So my first tip was all about planning. You know the saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's true. But sometimes you kind of do have to plan to fail. So you have to realize there are going to be nights when your little meal plan is not going to happen. You are not going to feel like doing it. Despite your best efforts, you're going to be missing something you need, or someone's going to be sick and you're at the doctor in the afternoon and it just doesn't happen. So that is why you need a plan for those days that your plan doesn't work. So you need things made ahead in the freezer, if you guys like freezer meals. You need something simple that you know that you can just make, like scrambled eggs is a good one. You need to have, if you need to have frozen pizzas in your freezer, maybe that's not cooking from scratch, but it's still better than getting takeout, like if saving money is your goal. So you have to have backup plans for those days that things don't go according to your plan, because they will happen. The fourth thing you need to think about is, what is worth it to you to make from scratch? A lot of things are worth it to me, like breads, desserts, things like that. A lot of things aren't. So that is really personal. If you feel like you spend a lot of time making salad dressing and, you know, salad would be a really easy meal, but then you have to make the dressing and it's just super annoying, then don't do that. Just buy salad dressing. So you need to think about what is worth it to you to make from scratch and what isn't. And then when you do that, think, am I doing this to save money? Am I doing it for health reasons? There are certain things that are worth it, there are certain things that aren't, and don't waste your energy on things you don't like doing that don't really have much of a benefit. The fifth thing that will change your life if you are trying to cook from scratch every night is to embrace leftovers. I hate leftovers. Almost all of them I hate. What I hate even more than leftovers is having to cook every single night a brand new meal. So I will serve leftovers. Everyone else will generally eat them without complaining. And then sometimes if I feel like this isn't really enough, I'll make something like an appetizer or a salad and kind of like round it out. I don't have to start with a brand new thing every single day. So at least one night a week, I am serving something that is already made. And if your family doesn't like to eat leftovers, I would still just make them and serve them and tell them that if they don't want to eat them, that is fine, but this is what you're making. So the 5 tips for cooking from scratch every night without going crazy are: plan ahead, keep your meals simple some nights or all nights, have a backup plan for when things go wrong, so plan to fail, consider what is worth making from scratch and what isn't, and 5th, embrace your leftovers. So I hope this was helpful to you. Don't overcomplicate this, and if you don't want to cook from scratch every night, don't. This video is just for those of you who want to make this a goal and you're having a hard time translating that goal into reality. So I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, leave me a comment and I will do my best to help you.